Hello, Sheila.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, yes, I was talking about the yesterday's chapter where you have to put your day's intention. What is it? Do you know big companies? If you talk about big shots, big people, Modi, you talk about anybody big shots, Reliance, Ambani's, whoever, they will have their schedule planned for years. Even for a year, we are talking about one day. So,
Hmm.
what is it? First thing is that you know that you have to do it. Second thing is that you tell the universe that this is what is my plan, so he executes your plan.
Hmm.
Okay, and next thing is when you start writing your day's plan and you're commitedly doing it. Suppose you said that I will have lunch at 2 o'clock, and you have lunch at 2 o'clock. So start putting those things first, which we know that we have to do it.
Hmm.
Suppose you know that you're going for a movie at 6 to 9. So write that I will go for a movie. So what happens is the universe and you get aligned. Ki yaar, whatever she's saying and she's doing. So somewhere where you will miss, universe will cover for you.
Minakshi, are you saying that we should be able to write down not just the specific action, but also the specific time along with it?
If possible, yes.
Okay. Okay.
See, that is how your schedules is. If you talk about Modi जी, तो उनका क्या शेड्यूल होगा कि दिन में आज 10 बजे क्या मीटिंग है, 11 बजे मैंने
Hmm.
उनके साथ
Hmm.
कॉफी पीनी है, ट्वेल्व
Hmm.
थर्टी आई हैव टू बी हेयर.
Hmm.
So it is okay if it is not done by 12:30. So normally what I do is ki I have my timer scheduler. You get it in
Yeah.
the market.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You take a timer scheduler of the day, write the day on the top, and say thank you for this beautiful day. Write this on the top. Write
Hmm.
the date, write the day, and then start writing. So
Right.
if you know that you're going to cook curry chawal and this is approximately around 12 o'clock, so just write thank you for the from thank you. I'm going to make thank you that I'm making curry chawal.
Hmm. Hmm.
So जब आपका promise universe, so think about it. If your child is with you and he said, "Mama, I'm going to go to school," and then you come to
Hmm.
know that he's not gone to school, what will be your reaction?
Hmm.
So if you tell the universe, "I'm going to cook curry chawal," and you cook curry chawal, the universe is very happy.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Understood.
tomorrow, and then when you start getting aligned, and this is also called authentication of your words, कि
Hmm.
मैंने वो बोला है और वो मैंने पूरा करा है.
Commitment and discipline, correct.
Yes, so this will work like wonders. So just write thank you before everything what you're writing, and then
Hmm.
tomorrow morning before you make the next day schedulers, just write with another color pen or something, thank you that this is done.
Hmm.
So that you know it कि मैंने 10 काम लिखे थे और 10 में से मैंने 10 कर लिए हैं या 5
Hmm.
करे हैं.
Hmm.
और कोई अगर ऊपर नीचे होता है, सपोज यू हैव रिटन कि आई एम गोइंग टू गो फॉर अ वॉक एट 10 o'clock, and suppose you leave for the walk at 10:15, still say thank you that I went for the walk.
Yeah.
So that will align you, and that will make you have a very beautiful relationship with the universe.
Hmm. Understood. Thanks for the insights.
Yes, and we'll talk about it more because this is called authentication. That you are authenticated and you're aligned with the universe. This is a very, very beautiful chapter, and only one chapter of this. You know, any magic book का एक chapter भी आप अपनी life में शिद्दत से करना शुरू कर दो ना, you will have so much blessings coming your way. And today you've got this chapter of planning your day because you know now that how important everything is coming in your life.
Yeah.
So just plan. So you do daily planning, then you do monthly planning, you do weekly planning. Okay, this week I'm going to meet my sister on Monday. This week on Saturday I'm going to Goa. This week I'm going for this 3 days to ITC Moria. This 3 days I'm going to do this. This 2 days I have to be in Singapore. So whatever. Then you do your monthly, and then you write your yearly. ईयरली मीन्स कि आपने पूरे साल में लिख दिया है कि मैंने ये भी अभी ये वाले साल में मैंने ये काम तो करना ही करना है। तो अगर आपने वो साल में वो काम का थोड़ा सा भी डाउट हो रहा होगा ना, तो यूनिवर्स देखेगा कि आपके 10 में से तो 10 नंबर है, 100 में से 100 नंबर है, तो यार इसका ये भी कराना पड़ेगा भाई।
Hmm.
You know how if you're doing very good in other subjects in school, and one subject if you're weak, or you've missed one chapter or something, then the teacher will call you up, hello, please come, I'm going to support you for this.
Right.
You haven't understood it, let me get you some tuition for this. So it is the same logic. Great. Over to you, Sheila. Thank you for taking the class last minute also.
No problem. Sorry, we missed the uh, Amrit Vela. I did log on, but there was nobody online, so I logged off and then went back to sleep. Okay, I'm sharing the magic book. Today we are going to do a new chapter, and it's called Magically Heal Your Relationships.
Morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Yamini ji. Good morning, Meenu ji, Harpreet
Would
ji.
you like for me to read the book?
Yes, that would be lovely.
Shall I start?
Yes, please.
Day 15, magically heal your relationships.
Yes, you see on this table, there's a picture of a couple, and there's a candle there, and some magic dust falling on the photo frame. And this is just your magic and the magic dust that is falling and healing all the relationships in your life. And this is how you will be doing it using the magic that we are now going to read about. Here you go.
If you have a difficult or broken relationship, are suffering from a broken heart, or hold any resentment or blame towards another person for anything, you can change it through gratitude. Gratitude will magically improve any difficult relationship, whether that person is a husband or wife, brother or sister, son or daughter, partner, boss, business client, work colleague, mother or father in law, parent, friend, or a neighbor. When we are
Yes.
faced with a difficult relationship or a challenging situation in a relationship, in almost all cases, we are not in the least bit grateful for the other person. Instead, we are busy blaming the other person for the problem we have with them. And that means we don't have a shred of gratitude. Blame is never going to make a relationship better, and it's never going to make your life better. In fact, the more you blame, the worse the relationship gets, and the
Yes.
worse your life gets.
And the worse your life gets. All right, so now here we all have had issues, heartbreaks, um, breakdowns with family, with friends, for small reasons. Sometimes those reasons can grow into big ones. Sometimes it's just one little sentence that somebody said that bugs us so much. Okay. Now, what we do is we just can hold on to that and we keep thinking and we keep thinking and we keep thinking and we keep thinking about it until it is so ingrained with us that, we cannot forget it. We use it to create such intense feelings towards this person. It can be anybody. It can be a sibling. It can be your husband. It can be your ex-boss. You can your present boss, your work colleague, your father-in-law, mother-in-law. Somebody or the other is bad. Okay, so when we think about this person, we really have this instant revulsion for this person, or instant anger, instant hatred. So these are all things that we build up in ourselves. Okay, And when we are faced with this difficult relationship, we are not grateful for the other person. Just imagine you are angry with your brother or your sister. And this is the time that, you said, oh, my brother said this to me and he did that to me, and my sister was very unkind to me and she didn't call me for her party and this and that. When you are writing gratitude for these people, it's very hard because you have so much of anger in your heart. But then if you sit down and think, okay, you grew up together, you played together, you were in the park together, you played games, you played hide and seek, you laughed while eating the ice cream that you had. Sometimes you shared food, and you were so happy. You were so happy. And now, instead of being grateful for those happy moments, we are so busy blaming the other person. ये तूने किया है, this you did to me. Your actions, cause this problem between us. So we are not grateful for those moments that we spent together. We are not grateful for the time we spent together. Okay, blame is not going to make a relationship better. And the more you blame, the worse the relationship gets and the worse your life gets. Because what has happened is that you have put out so much in the universe that the universe says, okay, you like this, I'll give you more. So it's like, you're just not making your life better. You will get more and more instances where you have an argument with a friend, you have an argument with your arguments with your family members get more and more. So you have to stop this. You have to start remembering the times that you really had good times together. When your child, supposing you have a problem with your child, now just think when he was small, how he used to play. And, I'm so grateful for all the love, for all the hugs that he gave me. I'm so grateful that he, made my day so happy by smiling back at me when he was a baby. Those things you have to remember and you have to be grateful for those moments. Carry on, Yamini.
Whether it's a current relationship or a past relationship, if you harbor bad feelings towards another person, practicing gratitude will eliminate those feelings. Why would you want to remove your bad feelings about another person? Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burnt. Gautam Buddha, circa 563 BC to 483 BC, founder of Buddhism. Bad feelings about another person burn your life, but gratitude will eliminate them.
Yes, you see here it says so clearly, even in your current relationships, if you have bad feelings to another person, if you don't be grateful for the times that you had. Now, supposing you have a friend that you don't talk to now. Okay, this happens all the time that usne ye bola hai, somebody comes and tells you, oh, she said this about you, she said that about you. And then you start having all these uh, annoying feelings, anger. Then you said, Chalo, I'm going to stop talking to her. Or she stops talking to you for some reason. You don't know what is the reason. So how do you remove these feelings? By writing gratitude for the times that you enjoyed together. Okay. Now, Gautam Buddha said, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal. Can you imagine that? All that anger that you hold in your heart, all that resentment, it's like, can you imagine a burning hot coal? It's red and you're holding it in your hand. Who is the one suffering? You're the one who's suffering. Nobody else knows. Sometimes I used to tell my husband whenever we have an argument about somebody somebody, you know, um, I tell him, I said, it's like we are saying angry words to each other, but the person we are talking about is sleeping so contentedly. The person
Correct.
is in the house, they're sleeping so well. And here we are arguing. Isn't this stupidity? So you have to realize that when you're fighting and you're getting all these angry feelings in your heart, you're hurting your own body. You're creating disease. You're creating more harm to your body by sending out all these chemicals throughout your body. So it's no point holding on to anger. Release it. How do you release it? You start giving gratitude. Acha, how are we, we went together on this short holiday and we had so much fun and we laughed so much. This person that you're angry with is your husband and you are arguing about. Acha, so we went to their house for a party and she was very kind. She cooked something special for my husband. Thank you for that. And thank you for always, buying me a gift on my birthday. You have to remember all these things and write it down with feeling. Thank you so much. You were so kind to me when I was down and I was feeling lonely. You came across with a cake and sat with me, and we had so much fun laughing about things. So you find something, one little straw, hold on to that and build on it. Build on that gratitude. Instead of holding that hot coal, release it and use your hand to write gratitude. Okay? Bad feelings about another person burns your own life, but gratitude will eliminate them. Yami, please, thank you.
Yeah. For example, if you have an ex partner who's connected to you through your children and the relationship isn't good, look at your children's faces and realize they wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for your ex partner. Your children's lives are one of the most precious gifts you have. Look at your children. Give thanks to your ex partner for their lives every single day, as well as bringing peace and harmony to the relationship. Through your example, you will be teaching your children the greatest tool for their life, gratitude.
Yes. So now there are a lot of women out there, men out there who have gone through separation, divorce. Now, most of us we blame कि उसने ये किया, this, my husband did this to me, my wife did this to me, my in-laws were very unkind. We find somebody else to blame. We don't know our part in it. We don't know that we have not appreciated all that they did for us. Maybe there were even more intense relationships that really couldn't be um, couldn't be salvaged. Okay, there are certain, like, let's say a husband and wife are together and the husband is a wife beater, or he's like, womanizer or something like that. You can't live with that. You can't tolerate it. And you have, there's no chance of you going back to them. Okay. Even those relationships can be healed. How do you heal them? When you first got married, how, at the wedding, he was caring about you. He helped you when you were walking up the stairs. He lifted up your lenga. He held your hand tenderly. At home, he appreciated your cooking or something or the other. Just look for one little thing and have gratitude for them. Okay. Now, those of us who have, spouses, partners with which we have children, how did those children come? You had to be with your husband. You had to be, you know, sort of close physically to your husband. Some pleasure would have been involved. Some love would have been involved. Hold on to that. Hold on to that. Give gratitude for that. Give gratitude that when your child was born, you were so extremely happy, both of you, husband, wife, were so happy that you held the baby in your hand. You can find even instances like that to be grateful for. So when you bring this gratitude into your thoughts and into your mind, you will feel more and more gratitude, and you will bring more peace and harmony into your life. And when you're doing this, your children are watching. Your children will be learning from you. If you keep saying, "Oh, your father did this, your mother did that, your daddy did this, your nanny did that," you're always blaming somebody else. So your children will what? They'll learn disrespect. B, they learn ki, acha, if somebody does this to me, I also will be angry. I also will be blaming them, and I'll be, not grateful for my very existence is because of them, and they will not be grateful. So you have to teach your children how to be grateful even for that. You know, my take on this is that I teach my son. My son is now 47, and I tell him, I said, anybody who is 1 or 2 years older than you, even that person has to be considered elder to you, and you have to respect them. I said, never, all the cha-cha-chachis, even if you don't like them, you have to respect them. You may not want to, sort of mingle with them or go to their house and, pretend to like them. I said, but you must be grateful for the very fact that because of them, their genes, their whatever it is, that you exist. Especially your grandparents, especially your great grandparents, whatever it is that happened, you are here in this world with their genes, the same blood. You have to be grateful. You have to be grateful for your friends. You have to be grateful to your spouse, even to your children. All right? Yamini, please carry on.
Or if you're suffering from a broken heart or grief due to a relationship having ended, you can use gratitude's magical power to transform your pain. Gratitude magically transforms emotional pain into healing and happiness faster than anything else. And the story of my parents is a perfect example of that. My mother and father fell in love with each other virtually at first sight. From the moment they met, they were truly grateful to be with each other. And they had the most beautiful marriage I have ever seen. When my father died, my mother understandably suffered from enormous grief. After months of suffering, she began to use gratitude's magical power. And despite her immense grief and pain, she looked for things to be grateful for. She began with the past and she recalled all the wonderful times of happiness she had received through the decades with my father. Then she took the next big step and she looked for things to be grateful for in the future. One by one, she found them. She found or remembered things she had always wanted to do but didn't have time to do when my father was alive. And with this courageous step of gratitude, opportunities to fulfill her dreams magically poured in, and her life became rich with happiness again. The magical power of gratitude gave my mother a new life.
Yes. So here she's giving the example of her own parents, and how when her father died, her mother was in so much grief that she had to, i- just broken down and very, very sad all the time. So when she started doing this magic practice, even despite the grief and the pain, she started looking for things to be grateful for. Now, let's take an example of when you have a friend who has done some harm to you, or some uh, emotional pain she's given you, when you start thinking about the good things that happen between you, you will find that gradually your pain becomes less. And then that gratitude may convert into new friends coming into your life. Because you've sent out this gratitude, universe will say, okay, this person is so forgiving, so light, and she's so grateful for even the times that they were, for the times, despite their anger with each other, despite their hatred for each other, she still remembers she's grateful for all the wonderful things that in that relationship. So I'll send her more friends. Universe will send you a whole batch of friends who will, make you so happy, and you will build more intense relationships. Um, maybe you, even if you like, if you're divorced or something like that, and then, you're grateful for all the lovely times you had when you arrived home. Maybe your mother-in-law was so happy and she was, so excited that you were home and she had a new daughter-in-law. Um, you were grateful that she gave you some pretty saris to wear. You were grateful for the jewelry she may have given you. You're grateful for her teaching you how they cook stuff, food in their house, things like that. And when you start looking for those things, you are grateful for those things, then suddenly you will see more and more good things happen in your life. They may not come in the same form ki your mother-in-law will come and hug you now after so much of pain and all that. But it could be some other relationship come into your life. Maybe a motherly figure will turn up in your life and give you all that joy and happiness that you expected from your own mother-in-law. Okay, if you're not grateful for whatever your relationships brought to your life, then you will have worse and worse relationships. If you're grateful for those relationships and the happy times that you found in each one, you will attract to you more and more happy times with family and with friends. Okay, this is like a magnet. Okay, the more you are grateful for, the more you will attract those things. So with her mother, when she started writing down all the gratitudes that she had experienced, all the wonderful times that she had with my father, and then one by one, she started remembering, and then she thought, okay, there was this thing that I wanted to do. Let me go and do it. Let's say you wanted to always go out and earn a living, um, even though your husband had a good job and he said you don't have to work, you stay home, look after the kids. But in your life, you're career orientated and you feel a little resentful. Okay, you have to stay home and you can't go out and work the way that you had planned your life to be. So now what has happened is that through some instance, your partner disappears from your life or he's gone, however, he's gone from your life. That is the time when you get over your grief and then you start thinking of yourself, thinking of what you wanted to do. Maybe you can go out and do a course, maybe you can do a job, maybe you can start a business. So you start looking around and you find opportunities. You find more and more people that you come across who mentor you, who guide you, who put you in touch with the right people at the right time, and your life moves ahead. Because you were grateful, all these things will have happen to you. But if you're ungrateful, you'll sit there and keep being resentful, keep not being able to move on, and life stops because you're so wallowing in that anger, in that grief, in that pain. You're holding on to that hot coal. You're not throwing it away. You're just holding on to it and giving yourself more and more, you know, chemicals going to your brain, going to your body, creating aches and pains here and there, and then ultimately leading to more serious health issues because you're holding that coal. Throw that coal away. Why are you burning your hand? Instead of being so angry and blaming others, you start, thanking them, thanking them for this situation that you're in. That because of you now I've learned how to be more calm. Because of you, I've learned to be more grateful. Because of you, I'm giving thanks for everything. Thank you that this situation between us developed. And now I'm a better person. I'm stronger. I'm lighter. You can thank them for anything and everything. Okay. So now this, by being grateful, her mother got a new life. Okay, carry on, Yamini ji.
For today's magical practice, you're going to look for a hot coal that is burning your life and literally turn it into gold through gratitude. Choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. It doesn't matter whether the person is currently in your life or if it's a past relationship and the person is no longer in your life. Sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you've chosen. Think back through the history of the relationship and list the great things about the person or the great things you received from the relationship. The easiest way to do this is think back to the way things were before the relationship deteriorated or ended. If the relationship was never good, then think hard about any good qualities in the person because they are there. This
Yes.
magical
We'll just have a small this explanation here. So today you're going to write down these 10 things that you're grateful. You take one relationship, anybody. It can be an ex-boyfriend. It can be a school friend that you had a breakup with. It can be a sibling that you don't talk to anymore. It may be your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your ex-husband, your ex-lover, whoever it is that you have this rankling, feeling that it comes up every now and then in your mind. Then you write 10 things about that person that you've chosen. And you think back and list down all the wonderful things that you experienced when you were together, when you had a great time. Let's say it was a classmate who was your friend, and then after some time, the relationship became bad, and then she went and sided somebody else, and you resented that, and you never forgot it. So, but now you to repair that feeling, that anger, that relationship, you have to go back to the way the things were before the relationship became bad, and you start thanking them for them. Thanking for being so kind to bring me an ice cream during the break time. Thank you for buying me food from the tuck shop because when I forgot my money at home. Uh, Thank you for speaking up for me when I was being bullied. So many things you can write. Okay. So you think very carefully and dig out all the thoughts, the past that you have gone through with this person and list them down. Okay, carry on.
This magical practice is not about who is right or wrong. No matter what you feel someone has done to you, no matter what someone said or didn't do, you can magically heal the relationship and you don't need the other person in order to heal it. There is gold in every relationship, even the difficult ones. And to bring riches to all your relationships and your life, you have to find the gold. As you dig and discover a nugget of gold, write it down. Address the person by name and express your sentence in gratitude. Example: dash, add the name, I'm grateful for, and add what you're grateful for. First example, Paul, I'm grateful for our time together. While our marriage did end, I learned a lot. I am so much wiser today, and I use what I learned from our marriage in many of our relationships today. Second, Paul, I'm grateful for everything you did to try and make our marriage work because 10 years of marriage means you did try. 3. Paul, I'm grateful to you for our children. The joy I receive from them every day could not be without you. 4. Paul, I'm grateful to you for the hard work and long hours you put in to support our family. While I was at home taking care of our children, it was a big responsibility to have all of us dependent on you, so thank you. 5. Paul, I'm grateful to you for the precious moments I had with our children as they grow up. I got to see our children walk for the first time, and I know you didn't have that opportunity. 6. Paul, I'm grateful for your support when I went through a difficult time of grief and loss. 7. Paul, I'm grateful to you for the times when I was sick and you did your best to take care of me and the children. 8. Paul, I'm grateful for the great times we had, and we did have many. 9. Paul, I'm grateful that you want to continue to be a father to our children. 10. Paul, I'm grateful for your support and the time you want to give in to our children. I know they mean as much to you as they do to me.
Okay.
But
Now here she is saying thank you to an ex-husband. And by doing that, she has written so much. She has dug out from the time that even though their marriage did end, but she learned so much from this relationship. So when you are writing your gratitudes down for this one particular person, you have to dig out like that. Even though the relationship with her husband was not good in the end, but she's still grateful. She's grateful for the time they spent together, for the learning she got, for the wisdom that she got. She's grateful for her children that came out of that marriage. She's so grateful for the joy because without those children, she wouldn't experience that joy. She's grateful for the work that her husband did to support the family. She's grateful for the moments that she had with her children because when her children walk and talk, or go through whatever experiences, he's not around, and she's grateful for those moments that she has with the children because she knows the husband is not there to enjoy it. And and then she's grateful for the support. Maybe when you were giving birth, your husband was there holding your hand. That you can be grateful for that. So like this, you dig out 10 things from the relationship that you are going to write about. Okay. By the time you have finished this list, Yamini,
by the time you finished your gratitude list of 10 things, you should feel much better about the person and the relationship. The ultimate point you want to reach is where you don't have any bad feelings towards the person anymore because it's your life that is harmed by those feelings. Every relationship is different, and if you need be, you may choose to repeat this magical practice over several days until you reach the point where you don't have any bad feelings towards the person anymore.
isn't this wonderful? When you write your list of 10 things, and if you keep writing it, continuously for a few days, after the end of the few days, you don't have that bad feelings anymore. Your bad feelings would
This
have
is like
disappeared.
that exercise that Minakshi had made us do, like that purge, where you draw yourself and you have horrible things going out of your body and
Yes,
positive mindset entering your body.
entering a body, correct. This is exactly what it is because there will be somebody in your mind that Sometimes it's somebody that you meet casually also, and you just can't stand that person. And let's say somebody who comes to your house casually, like the delivery guy. You don't like the delivery guy. He's very rude. He just dumps the vegetables. And if you ask him why if you come so late, he gives you a surly answer or something like that. Now, if that, I mean, if you love everybody, but you can't stand the grocery wala who delivers your grocery to the doorstep, you start writing gratitude down for that. Ki, at least I have somebody. Thank you for delivering my food to my grocery to my doorstep, because otherwise then I have to go out and lug all those things home. Thank you for you delivering it on time always. Yeah, thank you that you always have change for me. When I pay you, you always have the exact change. Thank you for tolerating my annoyance whenever you come late. If you came late, you can find 10 things, 10 things you can find in this person. Thank you for that one smile I had when I cracked a joke and you laughed. That one particular occasion he may have done few months ago. Dig that out, write that down. So like this, you can find 10 things to be grateful for in any situation, any relationship. Okay. If you use,
If you're using gratitude's magical power to improve a current relationship, you will see the relationship begin to change miraculously before your eyes. It only takes one person to magically change a relationship through gratitude. But it is the person who uses gratitude who receives the benefits in their whole life.
wow, look at that. See, it says it takes only one person to change the relationship. Maybe you're writing about this person. This person has no clue that you're writing all these things. Okay, but it is you who's going to receive the benefit of this exercise. You're not going to make things better for him or her. You're going to make yourself better. You're going to use this gratitude and receive the benefits for yourself. If you don't, you have to understand this. If you don't do it, things will not change. Once you start using this to understand how to dig out good things in everybody, you start thinking more positively about everybody.
It's like going to therapy. Even when you go to a therapist, they say between
Absolutely.
the two people fighting, even if one person is able to change and look within themselves, half the battle is won.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had a party at home, and the caterer who was supposed to come at 7 o'clock landed up at 7:25, just 5 minutes before my first guest was going to arrive. And normally, if it was like few years ago, I would have been furious. I would have been shouting at them on the phone and say, "How dare you do this?" And I'm my guest is arriving and I have no food on the table. I would have screamed. I just called this guy and I said, I'm waiting and there's nobody here. And he says, nobody, they're on the way and this and that. So I said, look, my guest is arriving at 7:30. I do hope he's going to be here before that. And he said, yes, yes, don't worry, we will come back. So this, yeah, very thin, skinny boy arrives and he's carrying the food into the sink. Now, I could have shouted at him, but then I was just grateful. Okay, thank you that the food has arrived on time. Thank you that I don't have to be lugging, meals through the living room and into the kitchen in front of my guests. And all was taken care of. Always get taken care of, because by using gratitude you heal yourself, you heal your own reaction level, you know instead of being quick to react in anger, you become a little more calmer. So it's therapeutic.
So yesterday when I was, can I share, Sheila? one?
Of course, of course.
So,
Yes.
so yesterday, I have changed my milkman, and so I've been telling him since 1 week, the owner who is, you know, giving me this cow milk. And I was telling him, just tell him either he should tell me the time, what time he's putting the milk outside, or he should just, ping my bell. Since
Yes.
1 week, he is not pinging my bell, and I really forget when to pick up the milk.
Uh-huh.
And that's so hard. So yesterday, I don't know, I was so calm. Otherwise, previously, I would have really shouted on him.
Yeah.
Hey, what is this? Since 1 week, I've been telling and know this thing. But yesterday, I really calmly, very calmly, I spoke to him. And then he really apologized that, yeah, it will be done this week.
See, so we are changing ourselves. By doing this gratitude, who are we healing? We are healing our own self. We are reaping the benefits. Okay? By shouting, what will he do? By shouting, it becomes worse. Maybe he will do, some nasty thing or whatever it is. You know how it is with health. I mean, I don't know in India, but here, if you are nasty to somebody, they will come back with you with something else. And so you want that you should be grateful for at least you have a milkman coming and delivering milk. Here we have to go to the supermarket and buy milk. Nobody will deliver to our doorstep, you see? And so the gratitude can be that. Thank you for delivering milk to my doorstep every day. I don't have to get up and go to the supermarket just to buy milk. There are areas in India where there are no deliveries, so you have to walk out to the kirana shop or drive to the kirana shop and buy the milk and bring it home. So the
Yes,
gratitude.
we are so like lucky and grateful in Mumbai. So everything is, delivered at your doorstep.
Exactly.
Everything,
Right.
even the vegetables and the fruits. Even if you want a little amount also, that also. We
Yes.
are really blessed because I
Yes.
remember in my hometown, the vegetables and fruits are not delivered. If you are ordering from Blinkit or something, otherwise the normal shopkeepers they don't.
Correct.
There is an adage, Sheila, which says, what you focus on grows.
Correct.
You focus on
Exactly.
complaints, the complaints grow. You focus on gratitude. I mean, we all have it in plain sight, but we do need the magic practice to remind us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And another thing that happened yesterday was that the food that they delivered, everybody, I mean, everyone, not a single person didn't say that the food was delicious. We cook some dishes at home and some I had catered. And everyone couldn't stop praising the food. So I was thinking, I said, Kya farak tha? I said, last time also I catered from the same guy. But, they were saying, yeah, the food is nice, nice food, nice food. It was different. Last night, they were absolutely raving about it. One guest even asked for me to pack something for him, you know. And I was like thinking, I said, God, blessed food, blessed guy who delivered it, blessed man who cooked it, blessed grocery that came to make that dish. Um, Blessed fishermen, blessed farms, so many things that went in that we've been doing gratitude for without even focusing on this particular dish. We've been grateful for farmers. Whenever we do our exercises, thank you to the farmers, thank you to the delivery guys. This gratitude now translated into the food that was delivered to you. Okay, I
Sheila,
didn't
I
do
want to
great.
take a moment. I want
Yeah,
to add a plug-in to tie together with the exercise we did yesterday about setting the intention for the day.
okay,
Now, I want to share my experience of yesterday, especially for the benefit of the first timers over here, because it is so powerful. My version one, you remember I spoke about my trip to the bank to get some statements and documents attested. I had read that out as well in the class.
correct.
It's a very important document. I need it for getting my visas and everything through.
Huh?
And my previous version would have started my morning, picked up my car keys, and said, I think she's going to make me wait. I think this is going to happen. I think
Yeah.
I'm going to, oh, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if she's even going to attend to me. She'll tell me today is very busy. You come later. Oh my God, I'm not going to get it. The minute I wrote it down, the minute you made us write that down in the class, the brain was already channeling and focusing on it going right. The
Correct.
branch manager was not even in that day. She was on
Mhm.
leave. A substitute branch manager had been sent in from another State Bank of India. The gentleman was sitting there. There were long snakes, serpentine queues of people.
Oh my
I made
goodness.
a beeline to him and I said, Sir, I'm here. This is the document. I was asked by so and so to come and speak with you. So and so being the branch manager who's on leave. He said, Give
Mhm.
me just a 2 minute break and I will be with you. And
Mhm.
sure enough, 2 minutes, he prints all my documents, stamps them, signs them, and I'm out of the bank.
Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that
Unbelievable, Sheila. Unbelievable. India is a
isn't
country teeming with people. You
correct?
always find queues. It
Wonderful.
didn't end here. There were 9 other things I had written down as an intention. Two of them were just my good thought about reaching out to a friend, and I wasn't too sure if she's going to be around or not. She's healing from tuberculosis,
Oh,
and she travels and spends time between Goa and Bangalore. And yesterday I went and reached out to her. I could spend 2 hours with her. It was
wonderful.
just an intention I had thrown at the universe. I didn't even know if it's going to happen or not, but it made it happen. Like Minakshi said in the morning, when you make it, then universe makes it its own priority to give it to you.
Yes. You see, you have placed an order in the restaurant. You have placed an order, and the waiter has to bring whatever you have ordered. So the universe is like that. The universe is standing by with a pen and paper. Jo Hukum, whatever you wish. Whatever is the genie in the Aladdin's lamp. It's the genie in
Correct.
the Aladdin's lamp. That is universe. Your wish is my command. And it's not three wishes, it's endless amount of wishes. Whatever you wish is my command. And if you realize that, my God, Yamini, it is mind-blowing. It's like,
It is. It is,
God,
Sheila.
it's the abundance is there. Whatever you want, just reach out and say, I need this.
It's
I
like you were
want
carrying a load in your head, and suddenly you've unlocked something and you feel
this.
lighter. And you're like, what? It was this easy? I am the one who was blocking it?
You see, I got goosebumps on my hand when you're talking about, because this is exactly whenever some things like this happen, sometimes you don't even realize it at the moment, Then an hour later, then you say, oh, I did wish for this. When I got that 2000 over the dollar check for my selling of those little shares that I had lying around in the bank, in the government, जो मेडी नहीं उसको क्या कहते हैं social security, something or the other. Anyhow, they sent letters to everybody that you have X amount of Singtel shares, and you can sell them. You have to just click on this button and you can sell them. So my husband did his in Singapore a couple of weeks when we were there, and he got like 200-300 bucks. So then he told me, he says, you have some Singtel shares. I think you bought some also. I say, yeah, I did buy some, but I don't remember how much. He said, then you better just, click on it. And I said, okay. So I clicked on it. No answer came. They just said, okay, we've got your letter. And that's it. So day before yesterday, I opened my laptop and I saw that $2,000 check. So I told my husband, I said, I got that $2,000 check. And he said, okay, good. Then he said to me, okay, use that to pay for the KL trip. And in my book, I had written, I want $2,000 for my KL trip. That's
Wow.
exactly what he said. I didn't tell him what I wrote. I didn't tell him, I didn't know where that $2,000 was going to come from. Okay. But it came because I ordered it. I ordered it and it arrived. and what I wrote that I won $2,000 for my KL trip. My husband said the same thing to me. He was walking down the stairs and I was standing upstairs and I said, "Oh, gee, I have to tell you, I got an email regarding this Intel shares and they've given me $2,000." He said, "Very good." So I said, fine. Then he, as a joke, he says, "Okay, so now you're paying for our KL trip. I'll pay for the hotel, you pay for the tickets." For a minute, I was saying, "Oops." And I said, "Okay," and then later when I started thinking about it, I said, "I'm sure I wrote." So I went back to the book and I flipped back a few pages and lo and behold, these were 5 amounts that we had to write, things that we need immediately. So I got my money. So this way, the universe is just there to answer everything, to, answer your wishes. Let's quickly finish this chapter now.
If you choose a past relationship where you're not in contact with the person anymore, you will feel a peace and happiness fill you. And at the same time, you will see other current relationships in your life magically improve. In the future, if a relationship becomes challenging, remember to use this magical practice immediately. You will stop the difficulties before they get any bigger, and instead, you will increase the magic in the relationship. Magic practice number 15: magically heal your relationships. Number 1, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Second, choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. 3, sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you've chosen. Write it down in the following way: name, I'm grateful for, and what you're grateful for. 4, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, for the best thing that happened during the day. Thank you so much, Sheila. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Yamini, for reading so well and for your all your inputs, Babita ji and Yamini ji. And I hope you all do this exercise today because this is a wonderful exercise. And if you want better and better relationships, you must do this. If you do this continuously, if you don't feel better after 1 or 2 days, you keep writing until you feel better about this. And then you can do other people as well. This is a practice you can continue doing throughout your life. Every few days, you take one person that you have and a breakdown with, an issue with, and start writing gratitudes for that.
Yeah.
Okay? I
So
bless
this
you all.
exercise is so effective, Sheila,
Yes.
that I write and the same day the phone call comes. It is so
Oh,
effective. Yeah. So
so
I've been practicing this and it's really worked. It really works. दिल से
great.
करो तो सब होता है. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Great.
I think everyone
Okay,
should
let's you
practice
all
this.
open your cameras. We'll do blessings for today and hope you have a wonderful Sunday, a relaxed day, and have a wonderful time with your family, your friends. Do your magic book exercise and enjoy the rest of the day. Blessings. Blessings. Magic.
Blessings, everyone.
Bye-bye.
The
Thank
universe
you
keeps
again for
showering bounties on all of you.
yeah.
Have a magical day to everyone. God bless everyone.
Thank you, Meenakshi, for putting us on this wonderful magic book.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Blessed
Thank you.
Sunday, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.